Logic PD and Timesys have partnered to offer the best solution for companies designing embedded Linux products around the Logic PD DM3730 SOMs, which include the DM37 SOM-LV and the DM3730 Torpedo SOM. This combined offering enables developers, especially those who are new to embedded Linux, both the integration and the ease of use that can help speed up their development. So with that said, I have the pleasure today of hosting this overview with two speakers. We have with us today Mark Benson, who is Director of Software Strategy at Logic PD, and we have Maciej Halish, the Director of Product Management at Timesys. So let's get started. Let's talk to Mark. Hey, Mark, how are you today? Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Mark. Mark, obviously we're very excited and interested to learn about the DM3730 SOM that Logic PD has to offer. You introduced this product very recently. What can you tell us about it?
Sure, I'd love to tell you more about it. Thanks, Teresa. Before I get started into the slides, I thought that for those who are on the phone that maybe perhaps are not familiar with Logic PD, that I would give a quick overview. Logic PD has been around for 50 years. We have a long history in doing innovative product design for our customers. We specialize in industrial design, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, software engineering, all the way through to manufacturing. So from a services point of view, we offer either all of those services integrated together where we can take an entire product design from the beginning to the end, or offer each of those services in more of an a la carte fashion. And like I said, we've been doing this now for the last 50 years. In addition to the services that we provide, we also have a family of products that we offer. And these products, one of which we'll go into more detail today, which is the DM3730, is a product like the other products that we have that help customers get their product design to market faster. And you'll see this when we hear more about Timesys as well, and that both Logic and Timesys are very, very interested in helping our customers get to market faster and have the development be easier, have the integration with the hardware be easier. So with that, I'll start into the introduction to the DM3730. So first slide is just the Torpedo SOM. What is it? The DM3730 Torpedo SOM, which stands for System on Module, is an ultra-compact form factor SOM that utilizes POP technology. POP stands for Package on Package, which you can see from the diagram below, which actually takes the memory part and solders it directly on top of the processor. So this is a space-saving technology. It's used quite often in the cell phone industry, and this is something that Logic offers on the Torpedo SOM. It happens to be a fairly difficult procedure from a manufacturing point of view to be able to get yields high enough to produce SOMs like this in volume. So part of the idea with the Torpedo SOM from Logic is that we take care of building this very dense, very complicated, small form factor SOM that's production ready for you. A couple other things is that this processor that's on the SOM has PC-like speeds up to 1 gigahertz, and paired with an optimized Linux operating system from Timesys, you can get a very long battery life from this as well. Some of the key features here, I mentioned already that it's production ready. We can integrate this right into end products. A few highlights here is it has 256 megabytes of mobile DDR, 500 total megabytes of NAND. There is a configuration of this part that uses the AM3730 processor, which the AM for Texas Instruments nomenclature means that it's an ARM-only part, so it does not include the DSP. So if you have an application that you need the DSP, we have a configuration for that. And if you don't, you can save some money and use the ARM-only part. Another key feature for this product is that it has parts on it that are that offer a 10-year product life cycle. So particularly for regulated industries or industries where you want to have a product in the field for a very long time, up to 10 years, you can get torpedoes to fulfill that need. So that's a big draw for this product. Some of the key messages about the Torpedo SOM, I mentioned a number of times already that it's a very small form factor SOM. It is actually the smallest form factor SOM that's available for an applications processor. It is, in addition to that, the lowest power Cortex-A8 SOM. We have Android, Linux, and Windows CE BSPs from Logic PD, and the BSP that we really would like to highlight and that we're most excited about now is the Linux BSP, which is available in very raw form from Logic, but there's Timesys is offering with their LinuxLink tool, which Machi will talk about in just a few minutes, really can accelerate the development of Linux on top of the Logic PD SOMs, particularly where schedule is an issue for you and would like to develop faster, or if you're perhaps new to Linux and don't want to manage a lot of the headaches that come with managing module dependencies and so forth. And again, Machi will get into that in just a little bit. From a pricing standpoint, the modules sell for between $169 and $177 per unit at 1K volumes. Where the module lands within that range depends on the configuration that's appropriate to you, which I'll show in the next slide, the list of configurations we have available. There's also a development kit that goes along with this SOM that you can buy today from our distributors, and this development kit will allow you to do software development using this Torpedo SOM on day one, while in parallel the hardware development team can be doing the end product design in parallel. And there's more information on the web page here that's listed below. Like I mentioned, here's the standard configurations of the DM3730 SOM. The first one is the AM3730 processor. This is the one that I mentioned that is an ARM-only part that's available in commercial temp. And the second two configurations are both based on the DM3730 processor, which includes the DSP, runs up to 1 gigahertz, and is available in both commercial temp and industrial temp. Here's the picture and some description of our DM3730 Torpedo development kit. You'll see in the picture at the very bottom of the screen, in the middle of the picture, you can see the Torpedo that's actually on the board there. This development kit does include a 4.3-inch WQVGA Sharp LCD screen with touchscreen, has HDMI video out, Ethernet, USB, UARTs, USB on the go, audio in and out, 2 SDE MMC card slots, cables for USB Ethernet and UART. In addition to those features of the kit, we have a rich library of design files that are available on our website, which includes the bill of material and schematic PDFs for the Torpedo SOM itself. So when you're designing your product around the Torpedo SOM, it doesn't have to be viewed as a black box that you don't know how it's wired up. We do provide the schematics for that. That is available upon kit registration. So once you buy a kit and you register that kit, then you have access to those files on the Logic PD website. From a software perspective, I already mentioned this briefly, but we have a Logic loader, which is a Logic bootloader that we offer. In addition to that, we have board support packages for Android, Linux, and Windows CE. And for more information, you can see our website. There's a link below. And then really what we're wanting to highlight today is particularly the Timesys LinuxLink toolchain that makes Linux development extremely easy on the Logic Torpedo SOM. We see at Logic the largest interest, the largest percentage of our customers that are using our modules are interested in Linux. That is by far the most popular OS. So we're very, very happy to have Timesys involved. One other item I wanted to mention was that the development kits ship with Watson. Watson is a tool that runs on a desktop. It runs on either Windows or Linux, and it is a performance and power management tool that you can connect your desktop PC to the kit with a USB cable. And then through that connection, Watson will display real-time power consumption on a graph, and also log that in the background. So what it enables you to do is, without the use of an external oscilloscope or meter, software engineers particularly can be designing software or drivers that they can get real-time feedback about how changes that they're making in the code affect the power consumption of the product, and do this on the development kit in advance before the end product is ready. In addition, because of the data logging that goes on in the background, this data can very easily be pulled into Excel for analyzing in any number of ways. And Watson is a freely available tool that comes with a purchase of a Logic PD kit. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Mark. That was great information. Very much appreciated. So let me ask you, Mark, then, what would be the next step? How can customers engage with Logic PD and start designing with the DM3730?
Yeah, there are a few ways. Number one, there's lots of information available on our website at logicpd.com. We have a page that describes the 3730 SOM, the kit, what's available, and so you can get more information there. In addition, you can feel free to contact myself directly if you have further questions, or if you've decided that you'd like to go ahead and get started right away. These development kits are available from our distributors today, so you can go to DigiKey or Arrow or Avnet and purchase one of these kits at your convenience.
Great, thank you. Thanks for that. It's good information. It's a very exciting product. Okay, let's move on to Maciej. Let's talk to Maciej and find out some information about Timesys. Hi, Maciej. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Teresa.
Maciej, I know that Timesys has fantastic support for embedded Linux designs. Can you tell us more about Timesys and why this Linux solution is so special?
Absolutely. So let me switch to Timesys slides, and I am going to start as well by introducing my company. So Timesys has been in the Linux business for the past 10 years, so since very early days of Linux. And over the years, we have helped many companies build products that leverage embedded Linux. We were actually pioneers in making sure that Linux has been used in a commercial setting to build a commercially available product. Today, LinuxLink has been used for more than 1,000 different projects, has helped design different types of products. I have a slide that outlines some of the market segments where LinuxLink has been used. We have hundreds of active customers that have been designing with LinuxLink. But what is LinuxLink? Well, LinuxLink is a subscription-based product that allows our customers to very quickly design products, embedded products with embedded Linux around DM3730 and any other SOMs that Logic PD designs. We are focusing today on DM3730, but Logic has in their portfolio many other TI-based processor solutions that leverage the same, I guess, similar technology, if not the same, the POP technology. With LinuxLink, with the subscription, what you get is, let me actually advance to the next slide right here. With LinuxLink, and maybe I can grab the pointer, you're getting access to our repository of different Linux components that where you can find, well, over 1,000 of different software packages that Timesys has pulled into that repository, that Timesys has or is constantly looking at advancements in those different open source projects, and of course bringing those advancements to you through this framework. But at the heart of this system lies a set of tools called Factory Platform Builder tools. Those tools come with a very easy-to-use UI-based interfaces that lets you select components that are relevant to the product that you're designing. So in a very easy-to-use way, you can select from Linux kernels, from device drivers, from other software, and very quickly build a software development kit and a board support package. Two terms that I wanted to introduce on this slide. A board support package simply provides you with runtime images, binary Linux kernel, file system, everything that that is necessary to run Linux on your reference DM3730 SOM-LV or Torpedo. The software development kit, on the other hand, provides you with all the utilities, cross-tool chains, libraries that are necessary for you to develop software, your value-add software, for example, right? So those are the two packages that you'll get as an output from our Factory Platform Builder. And we have a web version of it that's available to you for free. You can simply access it by going to timesys.com and by registering for a free account for the LinuxLink for the DM3730 from Logic PD. And you can yourself design your next custom board support package and custom software development kit entirely online. So you can imagine that the ease of use of that approach, that interface, is unlike anything else that you see out there. The desktop set of tools that you get with the subscription allow you to very quickly build the entire complete software package from ground up, from source code on your local PC. So that gives you the full control over various stages of customization. Now, let's talk for a second about the components that you can choose from. Timesys hosts Linux kernel with drivers, and those are typically the latest or recent versions of Linux kernels with device drivers and functionality that enables Linux on Logic PD DM3730 SOMs. And we collaborate very closely with the Logic team, making sure that you get the right set of device drivers, the right set of functionality from that Linux kernel. We have integrated with that same framework Texas Instruments software. DM3730 comes with a DSP engine. You can accelerate video or 3D graphics without really using the Cortex-A8. You can leverage the hardware acceleration there. But to do that, you need those different software components that need to be integrated with your platform. And Timesys has added those components from TI into our framework. Now, for the DM3730 from Logic PD specifically, we expect that those components will be available very soon as well. Other set of components include cross toolchains with different types of C libraries. You see here on the slide glibc and small footprint uclibc, as well as different utilities that are used throughout development. And as far as middleware and APIs is concerned, Timesys hosts over 1,000 of them. Okay, so you can build a different type of device by simply selecting different subset of those APIs, and the factory platform builder is taking care of cross-dependencies, logical dependencies, make sure that your design, your embedded Linux design is consistent, that there are no missing components, pieces, that once you get those BSPs and SDKs, that everything is going to work exactly as it should. Okay. In terms of supporting the development cycle, the LinuxLink subscription is focusing on supporting you throughout the entire cycle, but specifically focusing on customizations. We do understand that as you design your own product with Logic's SOMs and perhaps with Logic services to design your hardware platforms, as you do that, you are going to select different components that are relevant to the product that you're designing. Okay, and you might pick a specific LCD display that has certain parameters that are important, that will create a unique space in the marketplace for your products. Those requirements or those changes, they have certain software requirement consequences. You have to typically reconfigure Linux kernel, add new device drivers. You have to modify the APIs in a file system, add perhaps APIs from third parties if you're leveraging other groups or other companies' software. All those customizations are supported by our tools and make your task of building that product easy. Application engineers can start developing the value-add software they want. With the software development kit that comes as an output from the build process, application engineers get access to cross-tool chains with all the APIs that they selected that reflect their requirements, in fact, integrated with those tool chains. And application engineers can simply start developing the software. And when the custom platform with custom embedded Linux is ready, they are going to simply deploy the value-add software and integrate all the pieces together. Timesys has also a rich multimedia user interface offering, which is very well aligned with the DM3730 part, primarily because it is a multimedia part, right, to a degree. It has capability of not only driving nice LCD displays, but also offloading different algorithms, coding, decoding into other parts of the hardware without involvement from main CPU. The rich multimedia user interface integrates the Qt framework from Nokia, which is available under GPL license as well. That UI allows you to very easily design through a what you see is what you get approach, very modern looking UIs. On a slide here you see two examples, one medical and one industrial automation. But there are many, many different widgets that you can leverage that are available from the community, as well as you can develop your own widgets. On top of that, the rich multimedia user interface lets you connect and leverage the hardware acceleration underneath. Integrates with frameworks such as GStreamer or 3D, for example. Now, that's the information at the high level. If you're interested in more in-depth information on how that happens, how those different stacks are integrated, and how you can leverage that functionality in your product, feel free to contact us. We also have a lot of information available on our site under self-help, self-educational section, where you can learn more about LinuxLink and the rich multimedia user interface as well. With the subscription, we provide support, and this is access to Timesys engineers directly. So whenever you ask questions about Linux, you get very relevant answers. You can submit as many tickets as you'd like throughout the subscription. If you'd like to learn about Linux in general, let's say just how to write device drivers, how to do things, we have customized training packages available as well. So let's jump to details around LinuxLink offering for the DM3730. Today, what you will find in LinuxLink is a 2632 Linux kernel with all the device drivers for all peripherals that are available on the Logic PD's 3730 SOMs and reference platforms. We are currently, we have plans to move to the 3.x version of the Linux kernel, which is the latest ones. We have a rich multimedia user interface available today, and DVSDK integration, so the software that allows you to take advantage of hardware acceleration features. That integration of that package together with 3D graphics is coming soon. Okay. Now, this part on its own is not a simple part. It's got many features, many peripherals that you can leverage in your design. I wanted to create a slide that showcases also complexity around software. And as you can see on this picture here, Linux kernel, but on top of Linux kernel, you have many different APIs that you typically leverage in your application that drive your application's behavior, features, appearance. And if you plan on leveraging the DSP or other hardware acceleration components on the DM3730, there are additional components that have to be installed on both sides, meaning DSP side and the Linux side or Cortex A8 side, to ensure that your application can leverage those APIs through calls to a root file system. Okay. Okay. So in terms of where LinuxLink is used, I mentioned that we host over 1,000 of different APIs. We do have tools as well that help develop different types of applications. This slide simply shows a sample of different products that have leveraged LinuxLink easy of use approach. Cappuccino Maker and Consumer, Milero. There is also medical space where we have multiple design wins with our customers. Industrial automation, networking, all those different areas are supported by LinuxLink, and we have customers designing real products in those areas. So to summarize, we have, together with Logic PD, created this fantastic offering around the DM3730 SOMs to help you design your custom products leveraging embedded Linux. With LinuxLink Subscription, you get a complete Linux-based solution with all the tools and software. You get access to a free service as well. You can register at timesys.com/register for your free account and start building your custom BSPs that reflect your initial set of requirements for the product that you have in works entirely online. Get that working deployed on the target, and when you're ready to customize further, work closely with Timesys and with LinuxLink Subscription. I have also one slide on engagement model. We are very well known for the best price performance ratio. We are not putting in place any complex usage terms or contracts with our customers. So we are all about being easy to work with, as well as making your life easier and getting your embedded Linux design to the finish line sooner in terms of schedule. Those price points here mentioned on this slide are for a single seat, and we do offer discounts for multi-seat subscriptions and multi-year subscriptions. So again, this is just a point of reference. If you're interested in working with LinuxLink tools, we can start again by engaging into a conversation about your specific Linux requirements and how Timesys could help you throughout the entire process. Okay. So with that, I just wanted to put a slide up there about how to get in contact with us.
And I'm actually, that was going to be my next question, Maciej, was if someone wants to engage with Timesys, what's the best procedure for that?
So the best way to engage with Timesys is to, for example, set up an initial call and go over your specific requirements and see if LinuxLink is a good option. You can simply send an email to sales@timesys.com. We also have put 2 phone numbers on the slide that you can call and speak to one of our sales engineers here. You can, if you have any questions about embedded Linux, you can also send those questions to support. Now, again, those would come back, and we would try to set up first a call with you to get a better understanding of your Linux requirements.
Great, thank you. I see that both of these presentations were very enlightening for me. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Maciej. I see that we're getting some great questions in the chat window, and we still have some time for more questions, so please feel free to ask questions if you'd like. Both Mark and Maciej are online. They're both present in the Q&A and chat panels, so please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. The formal presentation part I'm pretty sure has wrapped up, but we still have some time left, so we'll stay online for another 5 to 10 minutes and continue to answer any questions that you have. And in the meantime, I'd like to say thanks to Mark and Maciej for being here today and for their insightful overviews of both the DM3730 SOM and the LinuxLink product offerings. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. If you have any additional questions, again, you are welcome to contact both Mark and Maciej via their emails. Mark can be reached at mark.benson@logicpd.com, and Maciej can be reached at maciej.halash@timesys.com. I'll go ahead and put both of their email addresses for you in the chat windows.